What's poppin', everybody? Sunday night, Monday is right around the corner. By the way, if you're living in Maine or anywhere in New England, by the time you wake up, it's going to be way whiter than it was before you went to sleep, probably. Unless you're like a night owl like me, I might see the snow fall tonight. It's supposed to come at 1 o'clock in the morning, but whatever. We'll see. Um, I'm coming off of a nice vacation. Took some time off to reset and to get some things squared away with our humble abode here and our animals and just getting. We've been here for almost 7 months and we're still moving in. You know how that goes. So, anyways, I kind of made a video the other night, talking a little bit about where I came from and what I was doing and my old YouTube videos and stuff on this channel that date back some time. I've always been into motorsports and guns and tattoos and knives and expensive tech and nice things and stuff I was always really good at being able to see the quality in a product or good qualities in people. I just wanted to make this video and to leave some inspiration in people's eyes. Sorry about that. Like I was saying, I wanted to leave some inspiration with everyone out there. A little bit of something, just a little bit of background on me. I was born in Houston, Texas, and lived a little while there as a boy. And my mom and my dad brought me to New York, where their family lived, and we lived there for a little while, and then moved on to Florida, where we ended up settling and starting my childhood there. And a lot of things changed. A lot of things changed for the bad and for good for the future for my family and I. But those things that were set into stone as a kid definitely took their part in my development into my adolescent years, my teenage years, my 20s, and it reflected on a lot of the decisions that I was going to make for myself growing older and just trying to find my way. I didn't know how to deal with things, and I didn't know how to deal with emotions and being sad and being angry and depressed and anxiety and all of those feelings wrapped up into one, and having no outlet and no way to get rid of it was very destructive and self-destructive. I kept a lot of people away from me, and later in my 20s began using a lot of heavy drugs and alcohol and partying like all the time, and just lost any kind of interest in anything that was beneficial or positive for myself. And this carried on for years with the use and dragging my family through a lot of crazy things and myself. A lot of lessons were learned, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm blessed for that I was able to absorb these lessons later on after going through recovery and getting into a program and working the program and working the steps and building my relationship with God that ultimately helped me to get through all of this. Not get over it, but to get through it in steps, and sometimes very, very small steps that led to huge leaps for me personally, because something clicked and I was done with using and destroying my life and myself and my soul. So, needless to say, I've gone from growing up in a bad environment to having a mom that worked her ass off to make sure that we were good, to being a spoiled brat that got everything that he wanted, to being enabled, to having all the drugs that I wanted at any time, legally and illegally. Um, just everything. There was no ends to my use and how far I would push things to get what I wanted or what I felt at the time is what I needed. So now I've taken all of that energy that I had spent for years in devouring myself into the pills and the drugs and destroying myself. I took all of that energy and I had balled it up for so long that I had developed a tool to use that to benefit me for the good and to benefit people around me. My positive energy, I like to think, held people up a lot. Whenever I was even going through something, I would, everything's going to be all right. I wouldn't just tell myself that. I would make myself believe it and like truly believe it, because I know that God would get me through that moment or whatever it was that I was going through at that time. But a lot of lessons were learned. And I'm still learning a lot of lessons. I'm still learning about people and about myself and about life and what am I doing here on earth. And that is, I'm trying to, with God's hand, chisel a path through this world that I can make it through as smoothly as possible. You know what I mean? As comfortably as possible. And life now is just about small things. It's not about the flash and the possessions and the materialistic things. I still get, myself worked up when it comes to certain things. I get excited. We all get excited about things that we're passionate about, and that's okay. Like these phones, very expensive, and I work my butt off, and I've been working my butt off in every aspect of life for years now, especially when I got clean, to stay clean and to just be a decent person and, take care of myself and to take care of people I love and the things that I need to take care of responsibility wise. So if I want to go treat myself to something, it's not hard for me to justify that to myself. You spend money on good quality things that you like to help you with life, and phones and electronics and doodads like that are they're tools, especially the phones. We use them every day in our life. I know it's 2022, that's crazy to say, it's been like that for years, but cell phones are a tool. There's all kinds of stuff in them that we use for tools, not just calculators and calendars and text messaging and phone calls. Now you obviously know the possibilities are endless. And I'm leaving this message with with this at the end. The possibilities are endless. Even when I moved here to Maine, my roommate that me and my fiance were living with, decided 22 years, fuck it, I'm gonna smoke crack. Why he had to wait till I got all my shit moved in to that house and everything was worked out and just finally getting settled in there, started paying a few months rent, and anyways, things happen. People around you crumble, and it's really up to you to stay strong and to do it for yourself, and not anybody else, but to do it for yourself. When it comes down to it, first and foremost, do it for yourself. You can do it. You're a good person. You're a hardworking person. If you're watching this video, then you most definitely have an interest in people that have been through maybe something that I'm talking to you about right now. Because if it's abuse, drugs, alcohol, um, spirituality, that's me. I don't push my beliefs on people, but you have value and you are worth something, and you can do better for yourself. But there's no one that is going to pick your feet up and make you walk to it and make you do something better for yourself. People won't even barely give you a bunch of information on which website to go to get a grant to help you with your business. They'll listen to you talk about for years, this is my dream to do whatever, to have a mechanic shop, blah blah blah, whatever. And literally will know the information, tell you, oh, there's a grant out there for being a mechanic. This is just for instance, but won't share the information. Some people do it on purpose, and some people honestly just don't think about it. But I've definitely learned the majority of people out there love to see somebody fail, and don't get as much enjoyment out of watching someone succeed as they do to watch you fail. And it's okay to fail, and it's okay to admit when you do fail. It's okay to admit when you were wrong, and it's okay to apologize. I'll never be one of those people. I'll never apologize for anything because I'll probably do it tomorrow. I'm a human, and there's a couple things on this world that are guaranteed, and I will make you upset, and if you're close to me, I will let you down. We're humans, it's what we do. But it's not how you go down, it's how you get back up. And I've said that countless times. It's how you get back up. Been homeless in Maine, living in our conversion van. Could not find a place to live for the life of us because we have pets, and in New England the housing situations it's a shortage here, and what is available people want a lot for, and it's a way of the government moving out the poor and weeding out the middle class. It's really either you're loaded or you're just barely surviving now. There is no middle class. I really believe that. We make, between me and my fiance, almost $50 an hour, 40 hours a week, and it's still hard. Food is really expensive, and housing is really, really expensive, and that was a huge task. Had all the money to move into a place. Couldn't locate a property. Couldn't do it. People are being forced to live in 1 and 2 bedroom apartments and efficiencies for $2,000 a month, and that's with nothing. You got to pay for heat and electric and your Wi-Fi and all that. It gets really expensive really, really quick. But when I tell you the test of faith during that time, living in a van, working 40 hours a week, both of us, and just wanting a roof over our head. That's this place. This is we're in a 2-bedroom townhouse now. We got a pretty good deal on this, and it was really, really hard. And if we didn't have friends in low places and people pulling strings for our character and what kind of people we are with a dog, we would have never got into this. It's really hard in these times, and with COVID and people being sick all around, you got to be careful and watch out for yourself. I'm going to end this video on this note, and I got some more videos coming. This is kind of just a little summary of things that have gone on in the last 2 years. But a lot of good things have come. Me and my long lost love, of 12 years, we got back together, and there's a lot more when it comes to that. I'm not going to get into that story now, but I'm happy and I got good things around me, man. Good things and good people, and I'm building a structure and all of these things. If you know me, especially where I come from and where I'm at now, man, when I tell you anything is possible for anyone, believe that shit. Because I didn't think that I would ever be doing this good and holding down a good job and making the money that I'm making now and trying to push myself to do other things to better myself. But here we are. You guys have a good week. Let's get it done.